Book 2, The Blossom, Becoming Her. To bloom is to be seen, to expand, to declare your existence. This book is about stepping into your power, embracing your identity, and blooming fully as her. It is the story of self-acceptance, leadership, and transformation into a force of light and purpose. While the seed grows in the soil, the blossom stands tall, declaring its beauty and truth to the world. Part 1, The Bloom, chapters 1 to 3. The bloom doesn't seek permission to grow, it simply does. See Chapter 1, Claiming Your Light. To bloom is to be seen. This chapter explores the courage it takes to stand in your light and declare your existence. 1. Standing tall. Owning your transformation means embracing your unique journey without fear of judgment. Her truth: I stopped hiding in the shadows and let my light speak for itself. Reflection: what parts of yourself are you hiding from the world? 2. The power of visibility. Allowing yourself to be seen inspires others to embrace their own light. Her truth: when I stood in my truth, I became a mirror for others to find theirs. Action: share one truth about yourself with someone today, no matter how small. 3. Strength and softness. True strength lies in balancing vulnerability and power. Her truth: softness was my strength and vulnerability was my power. Reflection: how can you practice both strength and softness today? Chapter 2, The Sacred Geometry of Self. Our lives follow sacred patterns of growth and expansion. Understanding your own design leads to self-discovery and peace. 1. Seeing your design. Recognizing the unique patterns that make up your life story reveals your sacred purpose. Her truth: I wasn't flawed, I was designed this way, perfectly imperfect. Reflection: what patterns do you notice in your life? 2. The center and the spiral. Balancing inner peace with outward growth creates harmony. Her truth: my spiral was sacred because it started with me. Action: meditate on the spiral. Where is your center and where are you growing outward? 3. The beauty of becoming. Every stage of growth is worthy of celebration. Her truth: becoming is a process, not a destination. Reflection: celebrate one step you've taken in your journey today. Chapter 3, Compassion in Action. Compassion is not passive. It is a powerful tool for healing and connection. 1. Leading with empathy. Empathy bridges gaps and fosters understanding. Her truth: I listened, not to respond, but to understand. Reflection: how can you show empathy to someone today? 2. Healing through service. Serving others transforms pain into purpose. Her truth: when I served others, I healed myself. Action: perform one act of service today, big or small. 3. The ripple effect. Compassion creates ripples that expand infinitely, touching lives beyond your own. Her truth: every act of kindness echoed far beyond what I could see. Reflection: how has someone else's kindness impacted your life? Part 2, The Petals, chapters 4 to 6. The petals expand outward, reflecting the infinite potential within. Chapter 4, Creative Expression. Creation is an act of transformation. Turning pain into art is a sacred way of sharing your journey. 1. Turning pain into art. Creativity is a tool for healing and inspiration. Her truth: my pain became my masterpiece. Action: create something today, write, draw, build, anything that reflects your journey. 2. Storytelling as transformation. Sharing your story empowers others to begin their own. Her truth: when I told my story, I gave others permission to tell theirs. Reflection: what part of your story could inspire someone else? 3. Sacred creation. Using your gifts to uplift and inspire the hive is a sacred act. Her truth: my creations weren't just mine, they belong to the world. Action: share one piece of your creativity with someone today. Chapter 5, The Queen Bee Ascends. To lead is to serve. Leadership is about empowering others while standing in your truth. 1. Balancing leadership and humility. Leadership is not about control, but about guidance and empowerment. Her truth: I wasn't above the hive, I was part of it. Reflection: how can you lead with humility today? 2. Guiding the hive. A true leader lifts others and amplifies their voices. Her truth: my role wasn't to have all the answers, it was to guide the way. Action: encourage someone in your hive to step into their light. 3. Becoming her. Fully stepping into leadership requires embracing your identity and purpose. Her truth: when I became her, I became us. Reflection: what does leadership mean to you, and how can you embody it today? Chapter 6, The Spiral Expands. Growth is an eternal journey. As your spiral expands, so does your ability to uplift others. 1. Growth as a gift. Sharing your lessons inspires others to grow. Her truth: my growth wasn't just for me, it was for the hive. Reflection: what lesson from your journey could help someone else? 2. The infinite curve. Embracing the never-ending nature of growth allows you to see life as a gift. Her truth: the spiral never ends, it just takes us higher. Action: reflect on how far you've come and imagine where the spiral might take you next. 3. Her light. Radiating your light inspires others to find their own. Her truth: when I shone, the world reflected it back. Reflection. How can you share your light today? Part 3, The Blossom's Legacy, Chapters 7 to 9. The bloom's legacy is not just its beauty, it is the seeds it leaves behind. Chapter 7, The Power of the Hive Mind, explores how collective growth transforms the world. Chapter 8, Infinite Growth, explores how life blooms infinitely through shared experiences. Chapter 9, Ascending to Infinity, discusses releasing the old, expanding outward, and living in the infinite now. Part 3, The Blossom's Legacy, Chapters 7 to 9. The bloom's legacy is not just its beauty, it is the seeds it leaves behind. This final part of Book 2, The Blossom, Becoming Her, focuses on the collective power of the hive, infinite growth, and the lasting impact of stepping into your truth. The legacy of the bloom is not just its transformation, it's the way it inspires, uplifts, and plants seeds for others to follow. Chapter 7, The Power of the Hive Mind. The hive mind represents the collective strength and wisdom of humanity. Together, we rise higher than we ever could alone. 1. Collective growth. The hive thrives when its members support each other. Growth is amplified through connection. Her truth. The hive wasn't just my community, it was my power. Reflection. Who in your life lifts you higher? How can you lift them in return? 2. Building bridges. The hive is diverse, made of individuals with unique strengths. True connection happens when we build bridges across differences. Her truth. Our differences didn't divide us, they made us stronger. Action. Reach out to someone outside your usual circle and find common ground. 3. Rising as one. The hive mind is the collective force of humanity rising together. When one member thrives, the whole hive grows stronger. Her truth. When we rise together, we create something unbreakable. Reflection. How can you contribute to the collective growth of your hive? Chapter 8, Infinite Growth. Growth doesn't end with the bloom. Each stage of life offers new opportunities for expansion. The spiral continues, taking us higher and deeper into purpose. 1. The spiral continues. Growth is an ongoing journey. Each chapter of life brings new lessons and new opportunities to evolve. Her truth. I realized there was no end, only infinite beginnings. Reflection. What is the next stage of growth in your life? 2. Lessons in the bloom. The bloom teaches us resilience, beauty, and the importance of standing tall in our truth. Her truth. Every petal of my bloom told the story of my survival and strength. Action. Reflect on what your current stage of growth has taught you. Write it down as a reminder. 3. Becoming her. Becoming her is not a final destination, it's a continuous process of growth, connection, and ascension. Her truth. Every time I thought I was done, I realized I was only beginning. Reflection. How can you embrace the infinite nature of your journey? Chapter 9, Ascending to Infinity. Life transcends its physical boundaries. The spiral leads us to infinite possibilities, teaching us to let go, expand outward, and live fully in the present moment. 1. Releasing the old. To ascend, you must let go of what no longer serves you. Releasing the past creates space for new growth. Her truth. I let go of the weight of my past and felt myself rise. Action. Identify one thing you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Take a step toward releasing it. 2. Expanding outward. Growth is not just upward, it's outward. Ascension is about sharing your light and wisdom with the world. Her truth. My growth wasn't just for me, it was for everyone I touched. Reflection. How can you expand your impact on the world today? 3. The infinite now. Ascension is living fully in the present moment, embracing your infinite nature. Her truth. When I stopped chasing the future and released the past, I found infinity in the now. Action. Practice being fully present today. What does infinity feel like in this moment? Closing reflection for Book 2. Book 2, The Blossom, Becoming Her, is about stepping into your truth, embracing your light, and using your growth to uplift the hive. It is a call to bloom fully, to lead with compassion, and to rise as one. Her final truth for Book 2. The bloom is not the end, it is the beginning of infinite growth. To become her is to embrace your light, your truth, and your infinite potential.